Hello everyone, I'm Dr. S. Manasa, Assistant Professor from Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So I'm talking about gender analysis matrix. So this gender analysis matrix, small is said as GAM, which is developed by Rani Parker. So what is this general gender analysis matrix is about? Actually, it is a tool that uses participatory approaches to identify how a particular group, either it can be agricultural field or marketing or any kind of the processing or productive um, work, or it can be any kind of work or the communication in the society, in the community, how men or women are treated in order to, with respect to either some work or productive, it can be, or non-productive, but how particular towards a particular thing, how men and women are treated in the community. So it is by someone who takes the database or collects a database and find out how this how the discrimination or how the resources are well given to the both genders. So it is about the approaches towards each perspective in a community, how it is differently being treated for men as well as women. So it is community focused approach which enables participants to analyze the differences between men and women, culturally defined practices in the community, and challenge their assumptions about the gender roles. So about a particular thing, how men and women, what is their approach or opinion, how they accept that and how they utilize that. So this all kind of the database that has been collected from a particular community. So for example, a community could evaluate the labor practices of men and women and assess how they impact to men and women's well-being. So, with respect to time, use, and earning potential. So, with respect to money, how it is useful to men and women, and based on the time also. So, in a particular community, based on some point, it can be, for example, for the labor work. So how it is being treated or how it is effectively useful for men and women, or whether that particular community allows both the genders equally to go for the work or not. If they have gone for the work, then what is the time that is given for the men as well as for women? So like if women are there, they are allowed to work for 7 hours or 6 hours, whereas for men generally the higher time they work. So that kind of the differentiation how it is done, as well as earning potential. That means what is the pay scale that they have given to the both the genders? So is it the same or less or high? How it is different? So this kind of complete analysis with respect to particular point is given by the gender analysis matrix. So if they identify a particular activity that is being thought that it discriminates against the woman, then the community may decide to stop such a practice and create a more equitable environment. So let us not do that. If it is discriminating particular gender, then go for some equitable work which gives the equal resources, opportunities, workplace conditions for the both the gender and also pay scale. So the benefits of using this GM are based on its community-based techniques to collect the information and also the analyze that information on the spot and give that analysis report of particular community, and then discuss about that, analyze that, and then based on that, whether particular community need to be any encouragement or any kind of push-ups they want, or this kind of work to be stopped. They will decide that. The targeted community self-identifies the problem and finds equitable solution, prompting transformative changes. The use of a participatory approach, where a group of men or women or mixed group of men and women identify the purpose, culturally validating changes at the community level. So they themselves, this being participated in this GM analysis, then they identify what is the problem or what is the lagging behind in this community. How can we improve that? So this can be some information or the tool by which that particular community identifies where are the lagging holes, and how to improve them, and they themselves, the community themselves, can take the decisions in order to improve the that particular place or the society. So what are the basics of this gender analysis matrix? We will see how to do that, how to analyze that. So, to ensure effective gender analysis process with the use of GM, it is important to understand that first of all, participating men and women possess all necessary information about themselves and their community. So, first of all, whoever is participating in this, they should know all the information about their community, themselves, and the surroundings. The application of GM doesn't require the community to have a gender expertise, but extension agents facilitating the process should possess an understanding of gender analysis. So, the person who is applying, I mean, the one who is telling about their information do not need any expertise, but the one who is working as an agent, they should at least have the minimum understanding of what this gender analysis is about. So, application of a GM facilitates transformative change in the community as the community self identifies the problems and consequently validates consensually validate its own solution. So by expressing your problems or the issues that is being there in the community, then after a final report, you can see what are the loopholes present in the particular community with respect to a particular work. Then you self can identify and then analyze that, then solve that issues also. So in order to improve this, what are the best practices to be done using this gender analysis matrix? So, to be effective, each problem area needs a discussion first of all at all levels of the community. First, they have to discuss. Unless someone comes out saying that this is the problem I'm being facing, then only then what are the pros and cons of that particular place or the group of people we can know. So with the women groups we should discuss, as well as for the men groups and households and the community. So as a total community, what is the problem, and with respect to households, so what is the problem, and simply how men are feeling, how women are feeling, what is the condition about any specific situation. So each group, if mixed, should include women and men equal numbers. So first of all, to have this discussion, so both men as well as women can be equal numbers and they should stand, then in a particular group they should have both equal number of men and women, and then taking the information from all the members of the group. So first of all we should do what? Discussions should be facilitated from by the outsider. Then extension agent that we say means that should not be from this group, but he is a external agent with the trust from community members. So the one must be trusted by the community, and he should not be favor to the one side, but hence that should be the external person. The outsider role is to encourage the discussion as well as broker solutions, and also the mitigate, reduce the conflicts. Means if there any kind of the confusion or the there is no answer or all are in doubt, then this the extension agent must able to solve this. Each group analyzes the problem area and evaluates how it impacts the membership of the community by specific gender roles, tasks, opportunities, goals. So, with respect to each thing, like how gender roles are able to perform the given task, and how the opportunities are given for the both genders, and what are the goals of each gender with respect to the given property. And also the process requires a follow up. So once you have done analysis now and then gone, so you have written some analyzed data and then informed to the particular people, and then it's not done. You have to continuously follow up that, and because by day the opinion may change, opportunities may increase or can decrease, so we have to follow up and have the particular the regular follow-up, and then data from each follow-up. So the process requires a follow-up to ensure the community stays on track with the proposed interventions. Make and adjust to the process, and it captures the changes over the time, and it identifies the unexpected outcomes of the process. For example, the proposed invention may affect those who did not participate. For time being, at this point in time, some people may not participate, but if you go on following up that, then some other people may get aware of that, and then they may show interest in participating, and they may also get useful out of this the community discussions. And then we'll come to the GAM matrix. So, how this gender analysis matrix is done. So, in generally, with respect to this table, we do the gender analysis matrix. So, we take what kind of intervention that we are speaking about, and with respect to the labor, for example, but what kind of work, and with respect to time, and what are the resources that are available, and about culture. So what is a culture? So, and in interventions what we are taking, men, women. So how the each section of these things are useful for, means how they are different for men as well as men and women, and as well as for the household as well as for the community. So we will see about all this. So then how to do this matrix analysis? So this matrix requires simple coding during the discussion process. So while you discuss with a group of members, for example, you are talking to the group of women, and you have to do this analysis. Then you use plus sign if the outcome is consistent with the community goals and the cultural practices. So if the discussion that you're doing or agreed and the output that is coming out is same, then you use the plus sign, and you use minus sign if the outcome is contrary to the community goal or the cultural practices, and use question mark if the community is unsure whether process is consistent or contrary. So you don't know like whether it is consistent or contrary or it is supporting, then you use a question mark. The categories in the matrix can expand to account for targeted populations in the exercise. For example, girls are the key focus, then girls category can be added. GAM is a time consuming exercise taking on average 2 or 3 hours to complete. So it is little time taking process. However, once it is completed, coded, and matrix can display the distinctive effects of the proposed inventions. Though it takes some time because you need to have a long discussions to us to put the matrix signs and then have the coding, and then based on that you get the some analyzed report. But once it is done, then you know what is a problem or how it can be improved, what can be done. So these are all the things that you can do. So the next one comes up GAM level of tool analysis. So GAM analysis of intervention at the four levels, that is men, women, households, and community. So all these levels are appearing vertically on the GM. So what does men represent? It represents men of all ages who are in the targeted group and all men in the community. So with respect to all men, what kind of things, labor or time, what all these can be done. And the woman represents women of all age who are in the targeted group or in the community. And the next one is household. So it represents all women, men, children under one roof. So the household means complete family. So before starting this exercise, define what household community includes. So in some cultures, household may imply extended family. So for example, they have a joint family that includes all grandparents, children's fathers, mothers, grandmothers, and all those. So that can be very high. And community represents what? So all people belonging to different religions, community, the communities of the particular place or the community. So you know what is community, so all have different cultures can be there, different types of people can be there, different families can be, so it represents all combined together. So when determining the analysis of GMM, extension agent should account for age group, class, ethnic composition, social systems, and their other important variable in the community. So you have to note down these extension agent can refine matrix using these considerations. So always like for example, you have some statistical data from a particular community, then you say that the people from age group of 19 to 20, how you define it means this age group of people are willing to work to this time. So they say this kind of matrix analysis. Then how you decided it? Because you are noting down the whatever like how many participants are there and what they are telling. So and their age group you are noting down, and what can be their opinion or what they are telling. So based on age group, you can build some statistical data. So this is how this GAM is useful. So, for example, how to do this matrix? So, with respect to the men, when I say, so the labor work or the labor is as it is from the our traditional community or the ancestors that it's all been told that men do the very hard work, and so generally the men go for the labor work. So it is following the culture and the community, and as well as what you are seeing is the same. So hence I have given the less sign. And women doing the labor work is because women also will do, but some cultures may not accept because some cultures, some systems may have the condition that women are not allowed to go out and do the hard work. So so here you know that it is against the culture, but women are doing that. Means you can see that women going work for work, and as well as for household. Household means what? All the family members. So and here also you can see what are the resources. So that can be there for both men and women. So for household, for example, then with respect to time also you can say like generally men will have the less time, means more work. The duration of time will be more in general, and then for women is less in terms of outside work, means the productive work productive work. But when you come to the household where you have all the family members, so the work household members carries, you don't know whether they will do or not, that you don't know. So you keep question mark. I myself understood that like if a extended family member is there, you have grandparents, children, and mother, father, everyone, and then there are hardly one or two will go for the work or may not go. So you're not sure how many are going, and then this also time will go with. So with respect to time household, so many of the women will spend time, higher time in case of the household things, which are the resources. The resources are equally available for everyone, and the households, all the family members have the culture also follows the whatever things that is been said in the household. And with respect to the community, so for community, and like for example I have taken this culture and community. So in a particular community, how many cultures are the systems that is being allowed, that you don't know, you are undoubted, means you are doubtful, that you don't know what kind of the culture each member or the family possess, and you really don't know what kind of the work they are doing. So, if for example, particular community of people in all families, they may. So, for example, this community of the people are going for the work. So, you are sure that they are going. So, community represents what? Men, women, children, everyone. So, then you can put the place sign, and that you don't know. This is uncertain, and resources may not be available. So this kind of gender matrix you can do. So this is about GM analysis, and what is the next factor? Two is called impact analysis. So GM examines impact of four stages which appear horizontally on the matrix. So what are those horizontal? Labor, time, resources, and the culture. So labor. First one is labor that captures the changes in the task. Like, do women take over the men's task in the field? The level of skill. So, formal education, either it could be any training required, the number of people involved in the activity, and then the demand for the additional labor, and the time that captures the changes in the time requirement for the specific given task, as well as resources that captures the change with respect to the access to the resources, either in the form of income, land, or other information. and extent of control over the resources. So whether it has increased or decreased, how the particular resource is extended positively or negatively. So it is a result of an intervention. So socio-cultural factors, it captures the changes in the gender roles or the status as a result of an interventions. Notes any particular cultural barriers to use to propose the invention. So you have brought one invention and then intervention. So based on that, how particular gender is able to take that. So whether it is socio-cultural factors, and with respect to community is it okay, with respect to men it is okay, or women it is okay, or household it is okay. So you will see all this and then give the complete analysis matrix. And these are the references. So thank you.
Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.